Murray against Rosado, a great fight actually put together. I'd like to take all the credit for it, but Tony Bellew pretty much made this fight. I don't know where he's gone now. Probably doing another interview somewhere or signing an autograph for someone. But he phoned me up and said he'd like us to give Gabriel Rosado an opportunity, and that he feels that he really entertained the fight fans. And I mentioned Martin Murray, and he said, "Well, not against me, mate." But he automatically told me this would be a fight for everybody to remember. And I'm delighted to welcome him over from the US. I've watched him on social media. I know how hard he's prepared for this fight, just like Martin has as well. And I want to hear from the training team first of all, and you can do whatever accent you like. But I've seen you on the social media and been a big part of his camp, and a very important fight in his career, and a must-win on Saturday night.
Thank you, Governor. Yeah, Gabe and me, we had a real good camp. We had 8 solid weeks to prepare and iron out all the wrinkles. And you know, he's a consummate professional, so everything he does when he's in fight camp is geared towards securing victory. In this case, it's in foreign soil in another man's backyard, but it doesn't matter because it's a ring with 2 combatants, and the better combatant is always going to be the winner. And I believe that's my guy, because we, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, so you got to have a fight plan, and you got to do this, and you got to do that." Conventional wisdom may say that's the case, but if you look at it, true fighters, true great fighters can adjust. It's all about adjusting. Everybody has a game plan. Mike Tyson used to say everybody got a game plan. Everybody got a plan to get hit. And that's true. Most people have a plan to get hit, and then they abandon their game plan. In our situation, you know, what can be shown to Gabi that hasn't been shown already? I mean, have you met a man in the last, I don't know, 15 years that had a tougher schedule at 160 than him? I mean, he fights Triple G, first fight at 160 when he gave up his #1 spot in the world in the IBF. Goes up, wasn't really a middleweight at the time, but he dares to be great, as he always does. Unfortunately, we got cut, so I had to pull the plug on that one. Okay, no problem. Then we fight Jay Leon Love coming down from 68, big guy. Beat him, get robbed. It is what it is. Then he fights Kid Chocolate. Okay. Kid Chocolate was able to land a good shot. He got up off the deck, followed my instructions, walked the guy down. And in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of people in the fight game, was winning the fight at the time of the stoppage when he got stopped on the cut, which was open, but it wasn't bleeding. But then again, you know, you go against the house, you get what you get, right? Then we, you know, at some point we parted ways or whatnot. But he was with good boxing minds, real good boxing people. And he winds up fighting David Lemieux, who, as we just seen, sent my man Curtis Stevens into annihilation, you know, with 1 shot. And as you can see on the poster, which is weird because I've never seen a fight poster with a man beating, but that's another story. So as you can see on the poster, he got his eye damage. So, you know, if you think about this, right, and I'm not disrespecting anybody or downplaying anybody, I don't underestimate anybody, I don't overestimate anybody, but I definitely don't underestimate anybody. But my thing is, you know, we prepared for everything. Gabi's seen it all, in the grand scheme of things. We know that Martin has 2 looks, he boxes very well, fights off, well, as they say here, he fights off the back foot, right? Fights well off the back foot, and he comes forward well, good pressure, tough guy, you know, and plays around southpaw a little bit. You know, likes to catch and counter off the elbow shot, things of that nature. Yeah, we're familiar with all that. And, you know, we just came here to give England a great fight and show Gabi, you know, Gabi's going to show his worth on this side of the pond, and I believe he'll be a regular attraction over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Gabriel, I apologise that you've got blood on your picture in the poster, but you have been involved in some big fights, and when we looked at your library of shots, that was something that we found quite often, so I apologise for that, but I thought it was a very nice picture. A must-win fight for you on Saturday night. I know you guys got in touch with our team, and you really feel that this is an opportunity for you to carve out a career in the UK. Obviously, you've looked over from the States and seen the crowds and the atmosphere and the big fights, and a chance for you to really become a fan favourite here on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, right now I feel that the UK is buzzing. You know, a lot of great fighters out here in the UK. And you know, when I became a free agent, you know, I called Tony. I said, if an opportunity presents itself, you know, I would definitely love to fight in the UK. And then you called me and you told me Martin Murray. I said that fight is it's perfect. You know, it's a great fight. And you know, I'm ready. You know, I went back to my roots, went right back to Philadelphia. You know, I moved to Los Angeles. But you know, I know this fight is very important. So I wanted to make sure that I did everything it takes to be victorious. So, you know, me and Billy got back together. You know, he definitely brings out the best of me. I'm a much better fighter than Billy Briscoe. And going back kind of to the roots, you know, Philadelphia, the rugged gyms, great sparring. And I feel great. You know, I'm excited to be in the UK. I've been getting a lot of love from the fans. And it's really exciting. So, looking forward to the opportunity.
Everybody expecting this fight to be a war and a fight of the year contender. Both fighters have said, yeah, we think so, but you know, there'll be other dynamics to this fight as well. Do you feel the same way? I mean, both of you guys technically sound as well.
You know, you know, if it comes down to banging, I could bang all day. You know, I've been in many wars, but you know, I truly believe that I'm a much better fighter, skill-wise, speed, and you know, I feel that the fight is a war. I want it to be a war. But I feel that if I use my skills, my ring IQ, I can, you know, I can pretty much do whatever I want in the ring that day. You know, and when you prepare hard and you have confidence, you can pretty much do whatever you want in the ring. And that's pretty much how I feel going into this fight.
Martin, the better fighter, maybe?
I'm glad he's thinking like that, because when he gets outside and realising that he's in with a fighter who's far better than him, you know, I've been reading a few interviews where he said that he's just predicting a fight as if the fight is just going to go 100% his way. It's not going to be like that. You know, I believe I'm a better fighter. I'll prove it on Saturday night. But I understand that the fight is going to sway from my side to his side, but I think it is going to be tough at times. But it'll be tough when I want it tough. You know, I'll box when I want to box and fight when I want to fight. And it's going to be it's going to be a good fight. I mean, people are in for a great fight, but like I said, I believe I'm the better fighter. I'm a level above him, and you know, I'm going to prove that on Saturday.
Back at 160, looking great. How does it feel to be back at middleweight? And obviously, you know, coming off a win at 168 as well, and a world ranking. A big gamble for you to move back down to 160, but something you're looking as though was the right decision for.
Yeah, I mean, I understood myself when I went up to 168 that I was never a super middleweight with how easy I made it. You know, it was making 12 stone was too easy for me. So I knew, like I said, when I went up, I was kind of in the wrong way, but opportunity knocked, and you know, that's where the fights were. So I went up, and now I'm back where I belong. I believe I'm one of the best middleweights in the world, and I'm ready to put my stamp back in middleweight on Saturday.
And you know, I think for both you guys, undeniably a must-win.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if I still believe I've got a world title in me. I truly believe that. You know, I'm going in the gym, I'm performing when I'm in the gym. You know, I'm not cutting corners. I'm still improving as a fighter. And I definitely believe there's a world title in me. But if I don't beat, and this is no disrespect to Gabriel Rosado, because he's been beat off all, you know, he's fought everybody. I've got a lot of respect for him. He's been everywhere, fought everybody. But he's been beat off all the top guys. And if I can't beat him, then it proves to myself that, you know, I don't deserve a world title shot.
Can't wait for this one. I believe a fight of the year contender, Martin Murray against Gabriel Rosado. And I will say as well, two consummate professionals who have given a lot to the sport of boxing, and Martin Murray's conditioned himself in this camp. And I know your daughter Isla's been, you know, in hospital as well and had operations, and you're going there after today. So congratulations to you for sticking at it. We wish you all the best as well. And that's a true professional. Sometimes, you know, we all know how tough this sport is as well, but there's other things that are important, and to do both as well, you deserve a lot of respect, and we wish you all the best for Saturday night. We're going to have a group photo up here now, then head-to-heads with the 4 fights, and we'll be here again for the weigh-in at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll see you for a great night of boxing.
Right here. go, that's it. And then each other, please. And then back to the front again with one fist up, please, guys. That's it. Perfect. Thank you.
Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.